Hey, so I've been quite excited to do something along the lines of this. There's a player called ProvidenceLucky who has been in my sort of comment section here and there, and I didn't really know who he was, but he seems to be a very strong Cyrax player. Now VLJ has been asking me for games, but to be perfectly honest, I'm not very good at Mortal Kombat right now. Like, I've just not been playing. It's good fun to play here and there, but I've not really been keeping up with, making sure everything's down and whatnot. But ProvidenceLucky, however, is a very good Cyrax player right now. Seems to be getting a lot of his stuff down, and VLJ posted a first to 10 against ProvidenceLucky, and we're going to be doing a little bit of analysis on that, which is super exciting. So let's just bring that up here. I've just, as a quick disclaimer, I've got my own Mortal Kombat up, and hopefully I'm able to show some of the things that maybe he's going for that he might not have got off in the game, or give you some idea of why he does the stuff he does. We'll see as we go through if that's possible. We'll see. And I believe that this is the actual game itself, and I will make it full screen.
Leatherface.
Hopefully the audio's alright. And essentially we're just going to be having a look at high-level Cyrax play and high-level Leatherface play. VLJV is a very, very strong Leatherface player, and ProvidenceLucky is a very good Cyrax player. I'm not too sure. I know got his name. I know VLJV is French. I'm not too sure where Providence is from, but it could look like Providence is American, looking at the ping there. Okay, really nice backdash there from Providence. Obviously knows a little bit about the matchup. Mixes in with the back three after the plus frames. And VLG's already jumped over the Cyrax net. Obviously the Cyrax net's got a lot of recovery, so it's important for players to know that and to abuse the fact that they can jump over and get a full punish. And here's the obnoxious pressure there. Nice read on the down two. VLJV. Not too sure about the EX or usage there. VLJV, I know Cyrax is kind of like a one-touch Vortex card, but he was very low on health. Very, very low on health. But, you know, he went for it. Sometimes you have to YOLO. Very nice punish. Firebomb. Okay, so here's the first bit that we're gonna analyze here. So he did firebomb there, and when he did the firebomb, he did forward 4. So forward 4 is obviously the generic combo start for Cyrax, and that gets it all going. But one of the things to know about that is that he did forward 1-3 at max range. He did firebomb, and then he went for the forward 4-3. So obviously he'll know that he messed up there, and he probably knows the correct conversion. He probably like, you know, oh damn, got that wrong. But if you're playing Cyrax and you do a forward 1-3 conversion, the best conversion you can do is actually forward 1-3-1 into the NJP bomb. And it's really important that you know this conversion as a Cyrax player, because, you know, if you drop in game, it can mean a lot. And, you know, you lose your setup. Like Cyrax, you'll get so few opportunities to touch your opponent or to get them in setups. Conversions is kind of everything. You want to be able to convert from absolutely anything into double bombs, and that's the mark of a very, very strong Cyrax player. And let's see how Lucky kind of adapts to that throughout the set. So there's the first thing that I wanted to go over. Hopefully people have learned from that and they can take away some knowledge from that. So a little bit of interactable usage here, a little bit of a game of chicken from both players. Very nice pressure from well, sort of like a counter-poke situation from VLJV. Goes for the sword, nice cancel. Doesn't get the, see, now he knows. Look, now he wasn't too sure of the range. He's already completely altered his game plan. Like, he might have been able to get a forward 4 there. Okay, so already we've got a little bit of thing that people would look at that and go, what the hell? What the hell just happened there? So it's a little bit unusual to see a close bomb and then a vanish. But in actual fact, what it's attempting to do is it's attempting to, when you vanish off the screen, so is it low? Oh, is that the sparks? Yeah, that's the one. So if the Leatherface player does sort of like this is more beneficial to safe against safe moves than unsafe moves. Like if you're baiting an armor from a character and it's unsafe, just block. So if this Leatherface player's playing and I'm doing a combo against him and I do low bomb and he's waking up, I'm just gonna block and just take the full punish. But against a character with safe wake up armor, even plus on block armor like Kenshi, even Tanya if you can't bait, or Liu Kang, these characters, what it's attempting to do is put yourself in a situation where you put the bomb down and instead of taking the hit from that, you're essentially going to teleport and then whiff punish their sort of whiffed frames, their recovery frames, because they have a lot of recovery frames. The way NRS like to do video games like this is they'll have a move that might be quick and safe, but if you don't hit it or it doesn't get blocked by the opponent, then they'll have a lot of recovery on it. It's not the same for all moves. You will have to just check in with the matchup and the frame data, but in general, that is usually the case. So as a Cyrax player, you need to know the characters you're against, what moves they can do, what's punishable, what are they most likely to wake up with in the situation, and choose the appropriate response to it. In this case, I like the idea of what he's trying to do. He's trying to sort of go for the bomb. And in that particular setup, if you don't know, if they just block the bomb, you are plus after the teleport. It is something that I first sort of found and was looking into, and it was, wow, I can teleport here, bait a wake up, and if they block, I'm pretty sure it was still like plus 10 or something like that on block. Again, you can go back into my videos and find out the exact numbers, but I was still plus. You're still going to get a guarantee. I think it jailed into back 3 actually, so it was at least plus 16. So you get the idea. It's a very, very, very strong setup. So it didn't work out there for ProvidenceLucky, but he's still going. Standing 4 didn't link into the bomb. He's a little bit unhappy about that, but that's just how it is. VLJV uses the meter to convert into a full combo. Tries to get the low reset. Nice block from Lucky. Goes to the EX bomb. Doesn't want the Leatherface to get a jump in. And now he's trying to zone in with the bombs. So let's just talk a little bit about that and about bomb zoning in certain matchups. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but essentially when you're playing in a matchup like this and you're playing as the Cyrax player, zoning with the bombs can be very, very, very important. It's kind of Cyrax's neutral. And it's the same with Cyber Sub-Zero, but there's a time and a place. You can't just in the middle of randomly neutral when, you know, your opponent's free to act, just start putting bombs out on the screen. And the reason why is they can just run up and punish you. The bombs have very long startup frames and you're vulnerable throughout all of them. And the bomb won't have a purpose because the opponent will be able to put themselves in a situation where the bomb you put out doesn't matter. Now, Cyrax finds it hard in matchups where the character he's against doesn't care about being kept out, but a character like Leatherface or a character like Bo Rai Cho, bomb zoning is actually a legitimate thing. And it's important to understand the power of having a ground bomb and an air bomb and mixing them up constantly so your opponent has to keep guessing. An air bomb stays in place, so that will cover that part of the screen and it won't go anywhere else. Whereas a ground bomber, you'll notice it rolls. It rolls across the floor. So, you know, you can do a close bomb that's close, but it kind of goes towards the mid screen. You can do a far bomb if they're walking backwards to try and trap them into a jailing situation. And then when you've got them held still and you've got a bomb out, you can teleport and then use the plus frames from the bomb to get some offense going, or you can run in. So another case here is let's say I've got my opponent's respecting. I put a far bomb out there and they're blocking low. They blocked that. But after the far bomb, I put a mid bomb. But then I go for a firebomb here, still blocking. I can get a hearts blockable full screen. Little things like that don't work against the most twitchy of opponents, but again, you can still punish a jump back with Cyrax. You can do EXO, you can run up and then net, and then you might catch the jump frames with that because you can't block in the air. Just a little bit of a note there to people that might not be aware that Cyrax can do this kind of thing in the neutral. Okay, so VLJV takes this one. A little bit of disrespect on the brutality, sending a message early.
Leatherface
This isn't something that people, you know, I definitely recommend going onto his channel and subscribing to it. You'll see him winning quite often against very strong players. So Lucky starts off the next round with an NJP in the hope that VLJV just goes to some offense. Does another backdash. So he backdashes into the EXO. And the reason why he does that is he wants to catch like a whiff punish or, you know, just catch him off guard, but it doesn't work out. VLJV is a very low poke heavy kind of player. Catches him with the overhead there, and we're going to see the first setup that we've got. I think he's gone for the intractable, but he drops it there. Maybe, as a quick note there, I think he was in two minds. I don't think he wanted the height on the net that he got, possibly, and I think he wasn't too sure what to do with the intractable setup, but then he remembered and he was like, yeah, this is what I do, it's fine. And then after he realized it was absolutely fine, placed the bomb in the air and got it going. Because you've got to remember that every single time you get your point in there, you've got to judge, am I in range for this intractable here? Am I even going to be able to activate it? And all these decisions are going through his head at this moment. Is it even worth it? I mean, he got us, what, a 17% cash out there? Maybe he could have got more if he'd have landed the tech roll, but it's hard. And, you know, could he have got more from just doing a box standard Cyrax setup? It's tough because, you know, the intractable is unblockable, possibly a chance that the opponent will block a hard blockable with Cyrax. So all these different decisions you've got to weigh up, your health lead and things like that go into it. And again, kill a Leatherface, people that never played this at high level, huge damage, great pressure, and look at that, he's basically doesn't have to do the meter burn bit, and if you backdash, yeah, you can't backdash every time, it's a mind game. You'll get caught if you backdash and he doesn't meter burn. Nice throw onto the bomb there, again, no tech roll. Gets the EXO, hit confirm, and gets the breaker. That's huge. So now the opponent's got no breaker. This is the best possible thing for a Cyrax. Gets the anti-air standing 1, but no conversion, but he's still keeping up the pressure strong. Uses 2-1 for the plus frames. Again, we've seen a lot of this overhead pressure. I believe that's punishable, but ProvidenceLucky's just not getting lucky on the punishes. Again, this is online, so a lot of this thing can be tough. Look at that. Look how fast that became active. Okay, so now he's going to use his neutral bomb setup. Let's see what he goes with. Uppercut, fire bomb, 1-1-1, close bomb, mid bomb. Just goes for the standard Cyrax stuff. Again, didn't need to go for anything flashy there. If it was me personally, I'd have used forward 3 in that situation to push them onto the fire bomb, make sure there's no shenanigans, killed them if they'd have woke up just with the damage of it all, and there's no question that thing, you know, he left it up in the air a little bit there to backdash, but it's just happens sometimes. Leatherface doesn't have the best backdash as well. 1-1 in rounds right now. Oh, there's that obnoxious down 3 pressure. Excellent poke out from Lucky. Gets the trade, which is unfortunate. He would have got a full combo. Gets the overhead. Goes for the jump kick bomb setup. Not something that I like to use personally. You will tend to see me use the just forward 1-3. It's just again, it's pretty safe. The only time I use the jump 3 bomb is when I'm trying to reverse the corner situation. And even then I mess it up. It is a bit of a tight link. Beautiful hit confirm from the VLJV there. That's not easy to hit confirm that in that situation. Goes to the low and the low again. Look at the disrespect on that. Goes low, whiffs. Why not just go low again? So in this situation now, VLJV's got meter. He might spend it to get out. Oh, very nice ragdoll out the corner. I like that a lot. That's a shame. And VLJV's just going to take the round now because Killer Leatherface does huge damage. Look at this. 43%. And I'm pretty sure he could have probably done a little bit more than that if he'd have like just committed to like some longer things. That's crazy. That's such good damage. Such good damage. So yeah, Lucky kind of threw that one away. It's just a shame. He's played really well. Did the ragdoll out the corner. Could have done maybe something a little bit safer, but just didn't work out in the end. Nice forward 3-4. Forward 3-4 in some matchups is actually really good. He had a hard block opportunity there, didn't get it, but again, playing safe is also nice. You don't want to always just go YOLO with these things, because you can get, as much as it's a great situation to put your opponent in, you can also, it can be a negative, like you can put yourself in bad spots as well. So I like the bit of respect there from Lucky for his opponent. Again, like, Cyrax is quite a slippery character, and because Cyrax is such a slippery character, he likes jumping quite a lot. It's NJP. Leatherface has got some of the best strings for just knocking you out of the air. That's safe, that string, because it's got such a long startup. Providence goes with a high to return, and VLJV just pokes out.
Round 2, fight.
Down 4 into the cancel. Oh, beautiful stuff. Okay, so Lucky's going to be able to get his game going now. Forward 3-4. Forward 4-3, should I say. On 1-4. Doesn't get the conversion that he'd have liked. Checks her down 3. Lucky's playing defense right now. Doesn't catch him. Unlucky there. Okay, let's see what he got for his corner game. Yes. 4-1-3-1. Down 2 into the bomb. Clean conversion now. Let's see what he does in the corner. Forward 3, goes to the safe option. And VLJV's respecting. At this point now, VLJV's not actually woken up on a Cyrax setup. Whether that's because he's being clever or whether that's because he's like scared, we don't know, because it's not been tested. At this point, I would be 100% going for the hardest of blockables and trying to cover delayed wake up and just standard wake up as much as possible. Looks like Lucky's going to take this round pretty convincingly. And he managed to get his game going, and that's really important with Cyrax. A lot of the losses in his previous games, although it's like 2-0 or it looks like it's a wash, it's not actually. Lucky's just been dropping a couple of important things, and he's not actually gone for the dirty Cyrax stuff yet. He's been very respectful of his opponent, and I respect that choice to do that. Let's see what his corner conversion is. Yeah, it's playing it very, very safe here. Doesn't go for any of the tricky stuff. Gets the plus frames. Beautiful. And that's some of the cheap stuff right there. Well, again, I'd love to, like, if you do EX saw, they can't delayed wake up, dash, jump over kick. He literally would have took the round off of that. If he'd have done dash forward, jump over kick, nothing VLJV could have done. Literally would have took the round. He's literally saying, you've got to block this hard to block or you lose the round. That's a lot of pressure to put on the opponent. And again, like, he's just getting away with just running up and doing I think it's like a 16 to 19 frame low. It's not the fastest, and gets the unblockable reset. So again, it's 3-0 right now. Lucky's playing really well, and it's just the small things. He is being respectful, and I completely understand it. And this is why, again, people underestimate how hard it is to play Cyrax, because you've got to know and have a feel for when your opponent is being respectful and when they're just waking up every time, and it can be difficult to make the right call in every situation. Let's see if Lucky can turn this around. We'll go to whoever gets the first 5 games first, and then we'll leave it there. But definitely a strong setup showing from Lucky. He definitely knows what he's doing. Okay, and so that setup is super broken, and it works off him in spades. Gets the opponent's breaker and 50% of his life, and look at that. It's a shame that he didn't able to continue the momentum after the breaker, but he's still in good stead here. Opponent's got no meter. The next thing that Cyrax touches him with is deadly. VLJV not got the meter to convert because he had to spend the breaker. That's so important for them. Look, no meter to convert. Lucky's dead twice over here, but because he had to use that breaker because of that setup, he's just not been able to. Beautiful disrespect there, I love it. He can end it here. If he does a down 2 setup, it's over. Is he going to go for the same one again? Nah, beautiful stuff. So again, he went with that same setup. VLJV's not shown that he knows how to get out with it, so why not do it again? And it just secured him the round. You can't tech bowl out. The best thing you can do is backdash, but even that everything's punishable if the Cyrax reads it right, and that's why it's such a strong setup. Let's see if he goes for it again. He might just go for... Okay, yeah. So he's gone for the teleport setup again. I'd have gone for the interactable there, but he gets the full punish anyway, so he gets more out of it. Just shows different players' styles, different, you know, like what goes through people's minds. He needs to do dash forward here, jump over. brilliant. That worked. He didn't get the. I don't know if you can tech roll that. It might be a hard splat. Goes for the plus. He's used EX bomb there for the plus frames. Just wants to secure the round out. Really like that. A lot of Cyraxes don't make use of EX bomb enough. It is plus on block. You have a lot of plus frames to deal with. It can be disrespect out of a poke, but they can't be your poke. So there is a little bit of a mind game there. And VLJV with his patented pressure here with Leatherface has just brought this back, and that is crazy. And people say this character isn't good. Like, he's obnoxious. His pressure, it's crazy. Nice. I think VLJV disrespected there. It didn't look like it just opened him up. Nice, really tight on the hard buckle. Fantastic timing on the back 3 down 4. You can really tell when they get it quite crispy on the conversion. Again, look at the health lead Providence has got here. This just shows you what a snowball character Cyrax is as well. But both of these characters are very snowbally. A little bit iffy in neutral, but very strong in their like damage game and mix-up game. Very similar characters going off here. Gets mixed by the end of that string. It is an overhead, and he mixed in the low special. And I feel kind of sad for Lucky here because it's 4-0.
Leatherface wins.
But in every single game, he's played really well, and he's kind of just getting vortex to death. Like Leatherface has a restand. He's using the standing 4 into cancel, and yeah, you've got to be like he just gets that hit, and he doesn't let go of the pressure, and he's doing really well. VLJV at knowing what buttons to press at what times, when to go for the unblockable, because it is a gimmick at the end of the day. Beautiful punish now. He's really gonna have to start really laying down the damage on some of these setups. Okay, so at this point now, VLJV hasn't woken up on any of the setups. It's always been delayed wake up if he can. There's been a couple of tech rolls. I really expect Lucky now. Oh, he doesn't get the conversion. I think he tried it. He didn't get it. 1-1-1 is usually the best there. So I would definitely be going, because he's doing delayed wake up. He needs to recognize this now, and he needs to start doing a delayed wake up setup. I don't know if he knows it though. That's a costed Raker. I do question that Raker. I'd be very impressed if he brought this back now. It's definitely within the realms of possibility. Yeah, he's got to respect the plus frames. And that's unblockable. It's hard to see. It is really, like... And there we go, there's the corner retractable, really safe. Like, again, VLJV almost brought that back then. He had no right to as well. The breaker was really questionable, but he just put it to work. Excellent neutral duck on the EX saw. One of the things I will say is I don't think Lucky's using forward 3-4 enough. And the reason why I say that is essentially forward 3-4 is like a really cheap low that can stop forward advancing movement. And oh, here we go. Let's see what he can do. Magic pixel. Delayed wake up setup, please. Is he going? Yeah, okay, so yeah, there you go. There's a delayed wake up setup. Can't delay wake up on that. Hard to blockable. You can do it again. Dash for... I didn't see... Right. Okay. Like, this is the thing. And this is really important now. Like, really important. These solo bomb setups that you do, where you end in a hard knockdown, so you know everything you do up until that point really isn't important, but if you've got an NJP in your combo at all, right, and you're doing a combo and you do NJP into bomb, you kind of like, you have to do like I did that dash down, I got hit, I'm still safe, I can dash forward there and block, and that's full combo punish. So the opponent can't just go, oh, you can't do that. There's nothing necessarily wrong with this setup, but unless you're going like you have to run at them, you've got no bomb protection from them literally just going, oh, I'm just going to jump away. So unless you're doing forward 3 or you dash up and then like, you catch them with something, or you EX, like you'll see me do. I remember doing this quite a lot to like strong players. I'll dash forward and block, and then when they jump backwards, I EX saw, and there's literally nothing they can do. They can't dive kick me. They can't like land. It happens a lot, and it's a really strong read. But what he did there was, I know he's kind of respecting the wake up in a way, but if you go in for this single bomb setup, you've got no protection. For me in that situation there, on a pixel of health, you can't respect the wake up, you can't block the wake up. You just got to kind of go for it. Go for a forward 3 setup. Like go try an armor break if you can. If he's not doing enough hits of armor, just go for it. You've literally got nothing to lose, and you know, and that there just screamed sort of like tentative play. It's not a solid setup. It's a bit of a gimmick. If it have This is the best version of that in my opinion, and let's put the opponent on the best possible scenario. So you do the NJP, you dash forward, and then you do the hard blockable kick. So you see how tight that was, and then you get the conversion from there, right? That's the best possible version of that. Especially, he's played 4 games against this guy. You know his tendency and what he likes to do. You know, he's very tentative on his wake up. He's only woke up a couple of times, and he's not heavy into waking up. That's one thing to do, and that's like the hard blocker version. This sort of, I just want to keep pressure on you. I want to get the damage and keep the pressure up. Would be something like this, especially against Leatherface, who doesn't have the means to get out. Would be something like this. So you just do that, do the close bomb. The bomb's still there. So you've got both bombs, one bomb there, one bomb there. Forward 3, cover the first bomb. If they wake up into me, they wake up into me. If they respect me on wake up, because again, I don't know why they would in that situation, but let's say they do respect the wake up. I've got the plus frames from the bomb, and I can continue pressure, and I might be able to get another opening using plus frames. It's all risky stuff, but these are the things you've got to consider. There, putting a bomb on the screen and waiting, it's like it's too open ended, you know. And again, like if the match was fairly even, they both had half life, it'd have been a perfectly fine thing to do. But in a near death situation, that can be a huge difference in whether or not you get the clutch comeback or it just fizzles out. You know, you've got to keep that pressure up.
Final round.
Okay, so final round here, 1-1. Again, there's no forward 3-4 here, so VLJV's not even thinking about it, and I guarantee you'd be able to catch him a couple of times and get a little bit of space. ProvidenceLucky gets the opening here, just going for a normal bomb setup, and there's the armor that's not been sort of put out. I'm just going to make a quick statement on here on what I think VLJV is doing in this situation is in any setup that he's familiar with. So that was a bread and butter Cyrax double bomb setup. So he knew exactly what he was dealing with. He's waking up with armor most of the time, or he's disrespecting in some way. In a setup that he's looking at, like the sort of the uppercut into double bombs that are reversed, and the Cyrax is jumping over, he's really unfamiliar in that territory, and he's panicking and he's delaying his wake up. And it's these little tendencies that can really push your opponent. And then once you get them to think, oh, I can't even delay my wake up anymore, then you can punish them with random things like doing the bomb into the teleport and things like that. It's best to condition your opponent. I always go with safe stuff to begin with, so I'll go with forward 3 setups. So I just meet him with forward 3 into plus frames. When I've got their respect for basically sitting still, I'll expect them to delay wake up. That's when I go for the unblockable, and then when they just start mashing armor everywhere left and right and center, I'll then think outside the box and do things otherwise. Go in like a pattern if you can, if you will, but even then you always need to change it up because you get pressure. That was super nice. Can we have a look at that again? That was so good. Blink and you miss it. So he puts a bomb down, ragdolls, and grabs it. That was so nice. Let's have a look at that again, because that was... I think you can convert from that as well. Uppercut, ragdoll, grab. I love that. I'm stealing that. That was sick, Lucky. So again, we've got this situation... Sorry, I didn't realise my cursor was there. We've got this situation now where VLJV is miles behind, no health, but Lucky's in the corner. We almost caught him. Nice. So VLJV knows that people can backdash that, so he's making that a 50-50. Oh my god, I feel so bad for Lucky. I feel so bad for him.
Leatherface wins.
He's doing so well in these games, and it's like just a tiny error of VLJV's just clutching out. I'm gonna go on a little bit more because I look at the games. This looks fairly even to me. Lucky's just sort of, oh, look at that fantastic conversion there. That's unlucky. The kind of like the hitbox just didn't connect, so he lost his conversion. But he got the forward one conversion, yeah, which was nice. Corner pressure goes for the overhead. I like how he didn't commit there. Cyrax does need his meter, doesn't need to commit with the overhead at all. Okay, forward 4-3, NJP. What? It is hard. It is hard to get that. It's not the easiest thing, and he just doesn't get the link. It is tough, you know. Nice. But there you go. I mean, that's a textbook Cyrax round right there. Didn't even nail his conversion, but everything just worked out. And look, he just needs a few more of these rounds, and this scoreline will definitely turn around. Random unblockable from VLJV, because why not? Oh, it doesn't respect the length of the string. I do think Lucky probably could have got a 1-1-1 on Wake Up in there, because he didn't look meaty at all. Again, like, Lucky's just got such excellent conversions in the neutral. Just missing a little bit of confidence on his setups. Yeah, that doesn't work. Let's just go over that again, because this is something that people really need to understand, and it's not something that's apparent when you're doing it. So with Cyrax, every single time, and we're gonna look at it now. Standing 1 forward, 1 forward, 1 3. Standing 1, forward 1, forward 1 3. You've got there 3 individual air juggle normals. You can have up to 2 individual air juggle normals before the net, before the 1-1-1 will and the 1-1-1 will connect. Let me just quickly show you what I mean. And he'll know this, Lucky. Like, it's just something that lapsed on his mind. But essentially, whenever you anti-air an opponent in this game, the opponent 1, 2, and then another 1, right? Now, if I do this now, and I go 1-1-1, it drops. So when you're thinking of conversions in this type of situation, okay, this is what I do. If it's 2 air normals like this, go for that conversion. No problem. Okay, as long as the net's low enough, that is the conversion. If you do 3 normals in the air, and that's the only way you're gonna get the juggle, is like something like this. I do this. That was a close bomb there, and do the mid bomb, close bomb setup. Because if you go for the far bomb to get the most frame advantage, it won't work. So always keep that in the back of your mind. Keep a tally on how many normals you hit before the net goes in, and have a conversion based on that. And that conversion there, when you do mid bomb, close bomb, and the jump over kick, is so powerful. You don't have to do that as well. You can also do close bomb, far bomb, run up uppercut, and then the back bomb meaties the pushback on that, so you're safe. And it's kind of like a mid uppercut as well. There's so many. It's the beauty of Cyrax and why I love him so much is all these different things that you can do to keep your opponent guessing. You can even just go for back 3 down 4 if you like, or you can run up and do a 50-50 if you think they're going to tech roll. There's just so many things to think about, and that's why nearly every single game you see with Cyrax is like a unique experience, and that's why I think people love to watch the character so much. Is this the bit where he drops here? Yeah, so he drops out. And that's just an explanation, because people are like, why is that drop there? Did he mistime his 1-1-1? No, he didn't get, he got the wrong, could have been a call out from him. Maybe he was worried he was going to attack, but he didn't pull him onto the bomb. But yeah, he didn't mistime his 1-1-1. It's just, they always drop out in that situation. So VLG's just got his mixer on right now. Gonna meter burn that. Why not? Catches the jump out. Puts him back in the corner. VLJV just knows what to do. Look at this. He just knows exactly what to do. And this stems from the fact that Cyrax doesn't have a good low poke to contest forward 1-2. And if he does try and poke, the forward one will go over this poke and he might get clipped by the 2 part of the string. And VLJV just knows that. And one of the things Cyrax can do is do an EX saw to catch the run up, or just do forward 3-4 to low profile and use that mind game to just kind of keep him guessing. Because look, at the moment he's just getting free run ups. And it's just one of the things that this character can do. Beautiful meaty down 4 there into the saw. Catches the teleport out. So ready, VLJV. Neutral duck from Lucky doesn't get the payoff, but he went for it. I respect that. Getting mixed again, and again, beautiful anti-air. 3 hits, remember. Goes for a different conversion. I like it. So he's gone for the like the hard swap off the floor. Oh, I like this. Yeah, really nice stuff. Oh, that was great. That was really nice to watch. Goes for the reset, the standing reset with the meter burn grab, and then does a very slight delay on the overhead. And the reason why that catches people fuzzy low overhead with Cyrax because the low's quicker, so they go low overhead. But if you delay it slightly, they go low overhead and they go back to ducking again, and it caught him. It caught him doing the fuzzy. Very nice. So already Lucky's showing just so much more confidence in his play. This is I think this is a pretty high damage setup, but not the highest you can get from that situation. Just went with what he knows, I think. Might be going for an interactable specific situation. I'm not too sure, only he'll know there. Didn't pay off in the end. Didn't get his setup, and look at the life. If he'd have got what he wanted to get out of that situation, this could have been a very different round. He's got lucky, he's got another hit. I mean, his name is ProvidenceLucky, so he's in a good situation now. Going to cash out max damage. Not too sure why he's not going for the... There must be a setup there that I'm missing. He's not going for uppercut, then NJP. He's going for NJP first. Maybe that's... He's doing it wrong? I don't know. But I'm sure he'd be able to say, no, it's actually this other thing that I do that's really cool. And that'd be cool to know if there is something that you can get from that.
Round 2. Fight.
Again, so like this is what I was saying. Why these are, although the scoreline doesn't suggest it, these are close games. Like Lucky has never not been within a shout of winning every single one of these. It's just very little things and confidence of VLJV of knowing what his game plan is and sticking to it, keeping ProvidenceLucky in the corner, watching out for the teleport wake up, and then reversing him back into the corner when it counts. Lucky's finding his confidence. Is he going to do it now? Okay, this is it. This is what he's going for. Okay. Alright. Oh, I kind of see what he's doing there. I mean, you get a lot more frame advantage if you do the NJP earlier, because there's not as much gravity. But interesting. And again, like, how many times has he mixed him now with that into the low? I'm pretty sure you can fuzzy that as well. Not saying I wouldn't get hit by it, but... Oh, nice interruption there. Ooh, I knew that was going to be too far. Cyrax players don't want to see this. Very nice. Using the mobility of the ragdoll now. Beautiful. Plus frames from the neutral jump kick. Goes for the down 1 saw. VLJV has to armor out now. Ooh. Sketchy unblockable attempt there, but it pays off. No punish. Could have got a punish there on that. Leatherface's strings are mega negative on whiff, by the way. Like, you can punish nearly all of them. It's only his forward one, really, and his standing one that you can get away with. This was very convincing from Lucky now. Lucky's just found his footing. He's kind of got a little bit more comfortable in the matchup, and he's just took 2 games straight. We'll watch two more games from this set, whoever wins, and then we'll call it there, because I don't want this to be like too long, and I wanted to show like both players like doing really well. So I'm really happy that Lucky's found his feet. Goes for the ragdoll there attempt. He's found that that's working on VLJV. It's really confusing the situation, keeping things fresh. I would have liked to have seen a ragdoll there after the bomb drop. A lot of opponents really like jumping when there's a bomb on the screen, so just doing bomb into ragdoll is really good. A lot of interactable shenanigans here. Again, I wouldn't play on this map if I was playing as Cyrax. Ooh, he goes for a... no, wait, no. Okay, so let's just rewind this here. You're playing Cyrax, right? And Cyrax is a very difficult character to get the hit within neutral. And look, he manages to get an opening right here. Okay, so he's got an opening right here into EX Saw, and he goes for uppercut. Okay, now you can convert this. You do a little slight run. You do 114, or I think it's 1-1. Yeah, 114, and then something. Let me just show you what he could have done. Far safer, really effective. I'll run him actually because I want him, you know, close-ish to the corner. So let's say you're this far away from the opponent, and you land this. Run. Okay. I'd have still got the conversion there, but yeah, this is better. Near the corner, run, standing 4, 2-1, 2-1, 1-1-4. Net, or is it just 1-2-1? And this is what I'm trying to say. I've not played this game in a while. Come on. So essentially, whenever I'm near the corner and I land an EXO like this is what I like to do. Like this. Now you can get the bomb drop, you can dash forward, and you can get a hard to block a ball. And look at the situation my opponent's in now. From here I can do that. Like, look at his health. His health's just been completely nuked. And like, it's just so important just to make sure that you secure, especially if like the round, yeah, you can do that twice, and you can do something like that. They can't like neutral jump you there or anything like that. They get caught. You do another 30% damage, cash out afterward. That's 60% damage. I can't imagine after that uppercut you could have got anything more than the net. And the reason why it's important that you do the standing 4 conversions to 2-1 is if you do it right, which I'm not doing right now, but if you do it right, you can have the net higher up, and it gives them less frames to deal with when they come out of the net, and it means that your setups are tighter, less fraudulent, as you will. I'm not doing it right, but you can get a pretty high net there, and you can get some pretty decent payoff. So again, uppercut conversion, pretty cool. Might have landed it, might have nailed it, but very, very high risk. I mean, there's nothing wrong, it's just casuals and stuff, but it might be a bad habit. And obviously you don't want... Did I switch the thing on back? Yes, I did. Of course I did. You know, you don't want bad habits at the end of the day going into this sort of thing. Okay, nice NJP there. Doesn't get the whiff punish on the wake up out. That's the difference between these two players here. VLJV, if Providence whiffs a teleport, he's running at him and he's straight on it. ProvidenceLucky wasn't ready for the situation, and because of that didn't capitalize on the weakness that is the whiff normal, and VLJV stuck around. And that tiny little, that's not even like super hard to do, but that tiny little difference could have been the difference on the round there. Very nice from VLG. He really mixes that up. You can tell why this guy is a super good Leatherface player. He always mixes his options up. He knows what he can do to really get like under his opponent's skin. Nice tech on the grab by Lucky. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that is cheap? Because it's so active. It's like it hits you and then it comes out later. Nice 1-1-4 conversion to 2-1. NJP. And another one. Oh, I like this. Yeah, this is a swaggy conversion. Oh, he's going for max damage. Respect on that. I think you can do a back 2, by the way, there. And still get a conversion a little bit after. Cats decided to choose something. Stop it. Nice. NJP. Or kick is really matter. Okay, I kind of like that, but it's kind of unnecessary at the same time. You get the guaranteed damage from the EX bomb, but he now has no meter. And he's got no plus frames, so if you're going to do that, do it into something that's plus on block, so you're guaranteed the plus frames, so you can continue pressure, or go for like, I don't know what you do, like it's not a low bomb. Okay, so we've got one more game left, and again, that was none of these are convincing from VLJV. He's playing really well, and I'm showing him confidence, but Lucky is like one grab away from winning every single round, and like he's super talented, Lucky. Like he's a very talented Cyrax. Oh, that's so unlucky. Oh, look at this pressure. When's your turn? Can I have my turn, please? Ed Boon, when's my turn? Who balanced this game? That's unfortunate. I don't know who's down once more plus, but he just lost the trade. So that was that 2 air juggles? Oh, very nice. Oh, I don't agree. No. Right, let's talk about... Let's talk about this conversion here. So it's 210, so we'll go to that. Right, here's the situation. You've got your opponent in a net, and you go in for the reset, which is absolutely fine. 2 things I've got wrong with this, right? First thing is, look at how much damage you've done to the opponent. 12%. You've reset a combo on 12%. He could have done there a conversion that had done at least 30% into double bombs. So at most, even if he gets the absolute maximum out of that reset, he'd have got an extra 12%. Because Cyrax on nearly everything, on perfect conversions, on average does 30% damage. So if you do like a combo for Cyrax is 30% max conversion, usually, give or take plus or minus a few percent, 30% is the average. So at most, he's doing 42% on the whim that he might hard to block up his opponent in a setup that, I'm not going to lie, he could have just jumped out of this. So from somebody who knows these things, I might not have jumped out myself, but I'm just saying it was a huge risk at such a small damage payout. The general rule of thumb is you want to be doing minimum 22-ish% on a reset. Minimum. 20, yeah, fair enough. 25, great. If possible, 28-30% would be like the smack bang number, but Cyrax is very hard to get that kind of damage with a legitimate setup. He does everything's fantastic. The setup's great. He does great. The issue you've got is with there's no stun in this game or anything like that. So he's thrown the opponent. He's got 12%, gone for the reset, which is fair enough. I mean, it's still good. Like a lot of characters will kill for something like this, but for a Cyrax, it's not good. And then he's gone for the conversion, and this is the second problem. He's gone all in. So not only is he done for a 12% setup, he's gone for a hard to blockable, which is full combo punishable. Overhead bomb, if they block it, is full combo punishable. So it's not that there's anything necessarily wrong with the initial going for the reset. It's kind of okay. It's a little bit questionable, but that's a judgment call. That's just that's a personality thing on the player. But then going for that and then going for overhead bomb for an easy conversion is really suspect. And this, Lucky's talented. He doesn't need to do this. This is a bad habit, I think. He can do overhead bomb and do an NJP conversion. I'm 90% sure Lucky can do that conversion. So that was a little bit of a safety net bad habit from Lucky, which is a shame. If people don't know this, you do overhead bomb because it gives you the easiest bomb conversion possible. Whereas if you just do overhead normally, you can get an NJP. Now, there is question, and there is someone can throw the comment, well, if you do the hard blockable super tight, the NJP conversion is super difficult. But again, I don't think that was the case on this hard to blockable. And again, you can still go for 30% damage. You just don't get double bombs. So I do question why a Cyrax player would ever go overhead bomb against an experienced opponent that can block this. If I did this against my training partners or against Reza or something like that, knowing their percentage on blocking these things, I would get punished into the corner. I might as well just throw the round away on such a high gamble. You wouldn't catch me doing that. So that's my pet peeve there. So he's done 12%. He's then gone for a punishable setup and got 9%. So yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate, really unfortunate. And the Cyrax, look at the meter difference as well. Didn't even get his breaker. So now if you look, VLJV's got 2 bars, almost 3, and Lucky, sorry, I've got the thing in the way, haven't I? Lucky's like not even got a bar. So he's really behind right now. So he's going to need to like work a miracle here, which I'm sure he can. Okay, playing a bit of neutral there. See, look, it is punishable. You can't always throw it out, but you have to, as Cyrax. You have to throw out forward 3-4. You've got to show your opponent. They've got to be thinking about it. Got to be in the back of the line. It's just unfortunate. You got caught with forward 1. It happens, and 43% damage because Leatherface's damage is fair. So even on the meter now, the LGV's up around. Hopefully, Lucky can pull something out here. Beautiful overhead. I like the walk forward. He doesn't go for the back 2 there because he thought he was out of range. So, you know, he knows his stuff. Like, he really knows his stuff. Ooh, that was an interesting conversion. Not too sure what went on there, but didn't pay off for him. Again, one thing I will say, and this is just going out to anyone that's looking to pick up or play Cyrax or currently plays Cyrax. If you like, go for simple over fancy in nearly every single situation. Sacrifice damage because Cyrax has got so much scaling that you're only going to get 1-2% more damage anyway for simple. Setup is always worth it over damage. You don't have the neutral to not have a setup every single time you touch the opponent, and it is the difference between like just really consistent strong play and like not consistent strong play. Not to say that this isn't consistent strong play, because it is. It's just, you know, I'm just saying, like, if you're going for these fancy little things, it can work against you sometimes, no matter how good you are. Again, get mixed by that again. Like, that's, I mean, it's fair to get mixed by that. It is a mix-up at the end of the day, but I'm pretty sure you can kick yourself at that and go into land and go, wow, I've got so much time to just hold low here and then just block the overhead. Like, you know the overhead's coming, so you might as well just hold block until it hits. And the VLJV takes the other one. Should we go one more? 7-2. We'll go looking at the length of the video here, because there's a good, like, I think Lucky's going to get a couple of games. We're going to stop on a Lucky win, okay? Not that it's Lucky, but that's just his name. Jump kick, very nice. Doesn't confirm into the ragdoll, but that's not that big of a deal. Goes to the unblockable. Okay, goes for mid bomb there. Should have done close bomb. That's why that didn't work. If you'd have done close bomb, that would have worked. Goes to the reset, like it. Now he's really getting his setups going. Now it is lagging. I can see the lag, but he's getting the setups going. Nice conversion. I wouldn't break. I never break there, but you know, VLJV's going for it. Beautiful forward 3-4 check. VLJV's gonna have to be holding forward at that life to even come back in it. So forward 3-4 is like, yeah, I'm calling you out on your dash forward after breaker. Excellent round there from Lucky. Let's hope he can take this one. That was again such a clean textbook Cyrax round. He didn't do anything fancy. Just stuck to his setups and just, if they work, they work. If they don't, they don't. And it works out for him. It's better to put your opponent in the situation where you're like, yeah, you better block this, and if you don't, you're screwed, than you'd be like, oh my god, I'm not too sure what my opponent's going to do, like, I'll cover 15 different options. Just go for one thing and stick to it. And that's why Mustard was so good as Cyrax, is back in the day, he would find whatever option it was that you tended to lean towards, and he would exploit it, and he would go for the jugular on it. Like, he really worked well. It's a bit of a shame, look, he's had to spend breaker early, but at least they're even on meter. Actually, no meter on Leatherface is way worse than on Cyrax, because he doesn't get any damage with no meter. Okay, so he's got a bar now, but can't break. He's going for a setup now. Double bombs, I like it. Unlucky, very unlucky, but I like it. Still got some damage in. Interrupts the stagger string. This could be Lucky's round. Oh, goes for the tricky stuff, and it's unfortunate. It's hard that he's showing off a bit there, but I like it. Basically that setup there stops tech roll, stops backdash. It's really powerful, but it's very tricky to do. It's very technical. and he just didn't play off. Like, the only way to get out of it is delayed wake up, and VLG picked the right option. But I love the fact that he's going for it. It just shows that he's got a little bit of confidence. And there you go. And that's what Cyrax can do to an opponent. VLJV, even though the life lead's quite even there, didn't really look like he had much time to do anything to the Cyrax. Just kind of got obliterated. So we'll stop it there. I'm sure we'll go to see what the end set score is so people can know. So yeah, I think it ends 10-5. So if you got lucky, got a few more games in there, pretty respectable. If people was to turn around and say, "Oh, Ponkster, you know, what's the matchup there?" I couldn't tell you. It looks pretty even to me on paper. I would put it at 5-5. Leatherface does have good armored options to get out, and the neutral's kind of like, you know, Leatherface does have fast things to go in the neutral side of things. So I would say it was probably about a 5-5, maybe a 6-4 in Leatherface's favour just because of the restand options. But again, I'm not like 100% on that. I'd have to play it a little bit more, see a little bit more people playing in the matchup to get a real good, because that's the thing is, it's not just a couple of people playing at a high level showing off a matchup. You've got to have lots of people doing it with all their different play styles coming together and saying, well, I struggle in this area, improving each other, and then like really investing into it. So one bit of footage of the matchup at the highest level is his thing. But shout outs to VLGV. Check out his YouTube channel and subscribe to it. Lots of high level gameplay links, lots of great players. Ultimately, you know, he won that set, but he wins nearly all of them. Like that 10-5 against VLGV is really good. This guy beats people 10-0, 10-1, 10-2 all the time, like good players. So really respectable, especially from a character like Cyrax, which is so execution heavy, so many decisions. Like I'm really happy I was able to commentate over that. And I know I like put a lot of criticism in there. Like it was kind of being to be constructive as possible so people can work on their Cyrax play and like be the best with that character. It's not that he's doing anything necessarily wrong, because in the heat of the moment anything could go wrong. You know, it doesn't matter how good you are, how like I can say like, yeah, Captain Hindsight should have done this, but in the middle of a game, it can be like a lot of things are going through your head. So definitely very very talented, and I hope that he continues that into MK11. Hopefully Cyrax is in MK11 and we see a lot more of this guy. So thank you very very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. I'll try and do more stuff like this. Now I've got this kind of the facilities to do so. I would like double monitor, but you know, don't have that liberty. Would really help with this. But thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.